Dear students, this is my first lecture on chapter Redemption of Preference Shares for subject Advanced Accounting and Auditing paper 4 for class second year BCom semester 4 Veer Narmad South Gujarat University. In this video lecture we will discuss about the provisions of Companies Act 2013 for redemption of preference shares. We will try to understand the concept of proceeds of fresh issue of shares for redemption purpose. We will try to understand the term divisible profits available for redemption of preference shares. And finally, we will understand the journal entries to be passed by company for redemption of preference shares. Let us first of all see the provisions of Companies Act 2013 section 55 for redemption of preference shares. A company limited by shares may issue redeemable preference shares which are liable to be redeemed within a period not exceeding 20 years from the date of their issue. For redemption of preference shares, following conditions as per provisions of the Companies Act 2013 are to be complied with. First one, the Articles of Association of the company must provide for the issue of redeemable preference shares. Dear student, it means at the time of incorporation of company, when company submits its documents with the company registrar, in that Articles of Association there should be one clause for the issue of redemption of preference shares. That means company may issue redeemable preference shares during its lifetime. So for issue purpose there must be a provision in Articles of Association of the company. Then number 2, the second provision, these shares may be redeemed out of number 1, profits available for dividend, or out of the proceeds of fresh issue of shares, either equity or a preference made for the purpose of the redemption. Dear students, this is one of the very important provisions for redemption of preference shares, that preference shares may be redeemed out of profits available for dividend. Dear students, here profits available for dividend is nothing but our free reserves available, and we have discussed about the free reserves available for dividend in our previous chapter of bonus shares. The free reserve is also known as profits available for dividend. And the second is out of the proceeds of fresh issue of shares for the redemption purpose. Here the term proceeds play a very important role. In next slide we will discuss the meaning of proceeds of a fresh issue of shares. But here at this stage you understand, for redemption of preference shares, company can issue new equity as well as preference shares. Company cannot issue debentures or bonds for redemption of preference shares purpose. It is not available under section 55 of the Companies Act 2013. Third provision, these shares must be fully paid up before its redemption. This is again a very important, and I think it is similar to the bonus issue. Company can give bonus shares to the fully paid up shares only. So same way here, when company decides to redeem its redeemable preference shares, they must be fully paid up. Okay. Next provision number 4, if shares are redeemable at a premium, it must have been provided for out of the profits or out of the securities premium balance available. Again, this is also a very important provision. If company redeems its preference shares with premium, this is called premium on redemption. I repeat, this is called premium on redemption. This premium on redemption is nothing but one kind of capital loss for the company, because it is paid by company to the preference shareholders at the time of redemption. So it is to be written off or a write off immediately after redeeming preference shares. And provision for redemption of premium will be first out of profits or out of securities premium account balance available with the company. Okay, next provision, where shares are redeemed out of the profits available for dividend, that is free reserve, a sum equal to the nominal amount of the shares redeemed shall be transferred out of profits to the capital redemption reserve account, and this reserve cannot be used for any purpose except for issuing fully paid up bonus shares. Dear students, point number 5 is also a very important point. It says that when company redeems preference shares out of free reserve, that is divisible profit, then a sum equal to, that means an amount equal to the nominal value of shares will be transferred from free reserves to the capital redemption reserve account. It means if we are using general reserve for redemption purpose, so an amount equal to the nominal value of preference shares from general reserve will be transferred to capital redemption reserve account. Okay, and this it means general reserve will be converted into capital redemption reserve account. Same way, if we are using profit and loss account, so in that case a sum equal to the nominal value of preference shares to be redeemed will be transferred from profit and loss account to capital redemption reserve account. Okay, and this capital redemption reserve account is used for issuing fully paid up bonus shares only, and that we have seen in our previous chapter of bonus shares. Next, the last point of provisions under section 55. The redemption of preference shares by a company shall not be taken as a reducing the amount of its share capital. It means when company redeems the preference shares, the company's authorized capital or a paid up capital should not reduce because of this redemption. So these are some points of provisions of Companies Act 2013 under section 55. Dear students, so far as your university exam is concerned, this particular point is repeatedly asked in exam as a short note, that write provision for redemption of preference shares. And further, to solve any example of redeemable preference shares, one must know and remember the provisions first. Now we will see the meaning of the term proceeds of the fresh issue for redemption purpose. According to the Companies Act 2013, preference shares may be redeemed out of the proceeds of the fresh issue of shares, and shares can be equity or a preference shares. Okay, the literal meaning of the word proceeds implies total receipts of the issue including premium. It means proceeds include premium. It means face value plus premium received on issue of shares. But for the purpose of the redemption of preference shares, while computing the amount of fresh issue, the amount of share premium should be excluded. It means for the purpose of redemption of preference shares, as per section 55, proceeds means only nominal value received on fresh issue of shares. Premium received will not be considered as a proceed. So say for example, if any company issues shares of rupees 5 lakh at 10% premium, so here company is going to receive total amount 5,50,000 as a proceeds. But this is a literal meaning of proceeds. For the redemption purpose, for the redemption of preference share purpose, our proceed will be only nominal value of shares, that is rupees 5 lakh. Premium will not be considered for the purpose of redeeming preference shares. Next, now we will see the meaning of divisible profits. According to the Companies Act 2013, one of the sources of redemption of preference shares is profit, which is otherwise available for dividend. My dear students, here you keep in mind, remember, divisible profits is nothing but our free reserve. In previous chapter of bonus shares, we have detailed discussion on free reserve. Following list of divisible profit may be helpful for the purpose of redemption of preference shares. Here on left hand side I have kept divisible profits, which are also known as free reserve, and on right hand side I have kept profits not available for dividend or not a divisible profit. So this list, right hand side list, is not useful for the redemption of preference shares, but one must keep in mind left hand side is free reserve or a divisible profit, general reserve, profit and loss account balance, dividend equalization fund, reserve fund, insurance fund, workmen's compensation fund, workmen's accident fund. All these are divisible profits and are available for redemption of preference shares nominal value, and these are the profits not divisible profit and not available for redemption of preference shares purpose. Let us see: capital reserve, securities premium, revaluation reserve, profit prior to incorporation, investment allowance reserve, development rebate reserve, and export profit reserve. My dear students, these first four are clearly a capital profit of the company, and these capital profits are not available for redemption purpose. Only securities premium will be utilized for writing or providing premium on redemption, but not for capital. Whereas investment allowance reserve, development rebate reserve, export profit reserve are nothing but statutory reserves. So revaluation reserve, capital reserve and statutory reserves are not divisible profit. Now let us try to understand the accounting entries for the purpose of redemption. First of all, if our preference shares are partly paid up, we need to make them fully paid up by making final calls. So here we have two entries to be passed. First, for making final calls due, so entry will be preference shares final call account debit to preference share capital account, and second entry on final call receipt, so bank account debit to preference shares final call account. So here we pass two entries to make our preference shares fully paid up. First entry for final calls due and second entry for final call receipt. Now second entry for making money due to redeemable preference shares. Here we are passing entries for the amount which is payable to the preference shareholders. I repeat, here we are passing entries for amount which is payable to the preference shareholders, and our accounting entries will be redeemable preference share capital account debit, premium on redemption account debit if any, to redeemable preference share holders account. My dear students, here you understand At the time of redemption, company may redeem preference shares at par or sometime at premium. So both the amounts, first is capital and the second is premium on redemption, both the amounts are payable to preference share holders, and that is why amounts are debited and preference share holders account is credited. Our next entry, entry number 3, for making provision for redeemable preference share capital only nominal value, and we have two resources. First is from fresh issue of shares for redemption purpose. Our accounting entry, bank account debit to share capital account to securities premium account if any. अगर कंपनी ने प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स या इक्विटी शेयर्स प्रीमियम पर इश्यू किए तो सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम अकाउंट विल बी क्रेडिटेड. एंड देन सेकंड, फॉर यूटिलाइजिंग डिविजिबल प्रॉफिट्स. सो आवर अकाउंटिंग एंट्री, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट डेबिट, general reserve account debit, or you can say free reserve account debit or divisible profits account debit to capital redemption reserve account. So by passing these two entry, we make provision for redeemable preference share capital, that is nominal value, face value. Okay, now fourth entry is for making provision for premium payable on redemption of preference shares. This is nothing but premium on redemption. Okay, in our accounting entry, first premium, securities premium will be utilized. So our entry will be securities premium account debit, profit and loss account debit, or general reserve account debit to premium on redemption account. So like this we will write off premium on redemption against securities premium account and profit and loss account if any. Our next accounting entry is for making payment to preference share holders. An entry, preference share holders account debit to bank account. And finally, if any temporary investment is sold to make provision for cash for redemption, we will pass entry bank account debit, profit and loss account debit if there is any loss, to investment account, and to profit and loss account if there is any profit. So this is nothing but entry for sale of temporary investment to provide for cash. So by passing these entry, our our preference shares will be redeemed. And now some additional entries for issue of bonus shares out of capital redemption reserve will be passed. Here are the entries. Entry number 7, on giving bonus for converting partly paid up equity shares into fully paid up. My dear students, here we have to use our knowledge of previous chapter, that is bonus shares. First entry on declaration of bonus shares. It is from free reserves that you all know. General reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit to shareholders bonus account. Second entry on making final calls due. So shares final call account debit to equity share capital account. And third entry for issue of bonus. Our entry is bonus to shareholders account debit to share final call account. We have seen these entries in our previous chapter. Finally, the accounting entry on issue of fully paid up bonus shares. Our first entry for provision of bonus shares. Entry capital redemption reserve account debit, securities premium account debit, capital reserve account debit if realized in cash only, general reserve account debit, profit and loss account debit to shareholders bonus account. And second entry for issue of bonus, entry bonus to shareholders account debit to equity share capital account. So like this we pass accounting entries for redemption of preference shares and for utilizing available reserve, especially capital redemption reserve for giving bonus shares to fully paid up equity shares. Dear students, first of all you listen this video lecture very carefully, then make notes out of it. Your notes will play a very important role for university exams. And then we will solve numericals, examples of the same chapter in our next lecture. Dear students, thank you very much for watching this video lecture. Very soon we will meet with one sum on this chapter.